The Prime Minister is wasting just no time in taking charge of the finance portfolio. He's swung into action, meeting his Chief Economic Advisor C. Rangarajan and all key officials from the Finance Ministry.
The message is loud and clear. Reversing the climate of pessimism is top priority. The PM says it's essential to revive investor sentiment in the short run and take some quick policy action to help bring in more foreign capital flows. India Inc. can't agree more on this. Industry captains with whom ET now spoke say shedding the anti-investor image is the top priority for the government. The sudden optimism that things will change for the better is our top story tonight. Supriya Shunya joins us with more details on what really transpired out of that crucial meeting that Prime Minister held with top Finance Ministry officials. Supriya, PM taking stock, will we expect some tough decisions in the next couple of weeks?
At least if you hear the PM's tone and tenor, we would perhaps expect the economy to get back on track with immediate effect. He's sounding like he's never sounded before. He's a very soft-spoken man, but look at the tenor of what he's saying. He's talking about reviving the animal spirit in the Indian economy. He's talking about reversing the pessimistic climate that exists in India. He's talking about the balance of payment. That is an immediate emphasis, and there will be immediate concern on that. He's also speaking about how institutional flows and fund flows have to begin happening once again. So he's speaking a very, very tough language. He's almost taking the mantle that he's always taken. He's a free market economist. He's living up to that role in his first meeting with the Finance Ministry officials and also with Pulak Chatterjee and C. Rangarajan. He's living up to that role. He is a free market economist, unlike a Pranab Mukherjee, who's rather conservative, who was a centrist politician who would build on consensus. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who's taken charge of finance, is really using tough language here, living up to expectations. Can he deliver? Can he really walk the talk? Is though the big question, because it isn't just the Finance Ministry that can put things back into order. The policy paralysis that one has seen in New Delhi is across ministries. Can he set the house in order? Can he get the ball rolling? And that's the only way he can get the economy back on track. When he talks about reversing the pessimistic climate, he's not just talking about a Vodafone or a GAR-like issue. He's perhaps talking about many environmental clearances. He's perhaps talking about a manufacturing policy. All of that means there will be a very close coordination required with key cabinet ministers. Perhaps as the head of the cabinet, he can bite the bullet much better than anybody else can. If he's going to sound as stern as this, we hope that he can walk the talk and turn around the economy. And we're keeping our fingers crossed on that. Can he do that is really the million-dollar question. Everyone will be watching out for that. But on day one, as Finance Minister, he did meet his key advisors today.
Manmohan Singh has rediscovered his first love, finance, and he is wasting no time after taking charge. Day one for India's new finance minister began with a meeting with his chief economic advisor, C. Rangarajan, a man Manmohan trusts impeccably, which was of course followed by a meeting with key finance ministry officials. Prominent amongst those, Kaushik Basu, the chief economic advisor, R.S. Gujral, the revenue secretary, Sumit Bose, the expenditure secretary, R. Gopalan, the secretary from the Department of Economic Affairs, D.K. Mittal, secretary, Department of Financial Services, and Halim Khan, the Department of Divestment secretary. Some of the important measures on the agenda included fiscal deficit, growth pangs, rupees continuous slide, clearances and tracking of big infrastructure projects. The PM is likely to take stock of the economy at a regular basis, and he's likely to rely on Rangarajan and his principal secretary Pulak Chatterjee a whole lot. He will be keen to repeat the 1991 magic and take some credit for the economic turnaround.
If the pace at which the PM has swung into action is anything to go by, North Block should expect hectic activity to follow. After all, besides the macroeconomy, he should focus next on urgent issues like the spectrum pricing and the impending 2G auctions, and also make up his and his government's mind on tackling the Vodafone tax issue. Suchetna Ray, Mrinalini Krishna, ET Now, New Delhi.